Hello, welcome back to part 3 of my Let's Play of Star Trek Online. Okay, right now I'm orbiting the Andorian system. Of course, I really don't need to be there, so... Okay. We're going to do... this mission, Hide and Seek. A coded message sent by the Dean Infiltrator, while from the last episode lead to a distant nebula where enemies lie in wake. Okay, let's hail Admiral Quinn.
This mission briefing is classified. Starfleet intelligence has been working on cracking the coded message sent by the Undine agent you exposed at Pajem. And we think we have something. There are several references to the Paulson Nebula in the data. That is an area of space near the Lackey system that we don't know much about. Starfleet needs you to survey the nebula and find out why the Undine have an interest in it. Be careful. When the Enterprise D was in the area, it reported that the composition of the clouds may screen opponents from your sensors.
Always good they put references to past Star Trek episodes. So basically go to the Lackey system in the Beta Quadrant and investigate the Paulson Nebula. And the rewards are right here, and beam train. I guess they give me a free training manual for my attack officer. Okay. Which unfortunately is something I already got on Flores. Well, I'll just accept. Now, engage. Okay, just a little bit of lag right there. There's nothing to worry about. Since last time I forgot to spec into my ground traits, which improve my ability, so let's put in weapon persistency. Well, later in the game, this gives me officers options to to train officers in their advanced skills, so we'll later on in the game anyway. So you can actually do this with your space tree as well. Like here, I know that in with your space tree, if you go spec in certain points, you can actually choose between passives. Alrighty. Let's get a little closer. And once I'm just going to make sure this OBS is recording now. Okay. Seems good. Okay. Begin hide and seek. Sir, we're receiving a distress signal from the USS Valor. They are under attack by Gorn and their shields are failing. We can't take much more of this. Oh. Signal the Valor that we're on our way. Okay. Go to full impulsion. The Gorn. like those large yeah, they also make a actually truth be told, like the Gorn as being like become like memes among the player base. There's so many Gorn jokes. You should check on the USS Valor.
Thank you for the assist. Our ship is on a mission to map the Pulsar Nebula. Unfortunately, we failed to adequately compensate for the power drain the nebula had on our engines. We retreated from the nebula to make repairs. That's when we stumbled upon an illegal Gorn mining operation.
Certainly the Gorn didn't take that well.
If you hadn't shown up when you did, we'd be sucking vacuum. Our chief engineer says there's no way we can make it back to a starbase. In fact, without new dilithium crystals, we're stuck.
Something arrived just in time.
There are crystals on some of the larger asteroids here. That's why we headed for this location in the first place. If you could gather some crystals for us, we can make it to safety. Send us a hail if you have any questions about the nebula. We would be happy to share our data.
We can't give you any dilithium without shining down our engines, which is too risky. We'll collect some dilithium from the asteroids. Okay. I guess this, for now, we're going to play Mining Scout, so... Dev is not excellent repair, but a few more loads and Tractor should be enough. Yeah, don't you like transporter? And oh look, a bigger Gorn ship. I guess let's show these like giant, those lizard men who lost.
Warning.
They look big and have bigger teeth than dogs, but I can maintain a constant flight temperature regardless of the outside environment. You can use them in like duty officer missions where that will be on when it's unlocked, or you can use them in other stuff as well as some side missions as well. I'll just take this. Now let's bring some more dilithium. One more load should be sufficient, sure. Oh yeah, I'd just like to make an interesting thing about the Gorn, like they're playable on the Klingon Empire side. Basically, when they first made the game, they wanted to make a Klingon Empire faction, but wanted to provide like more variety for players. So they tried to like make up. So they try to make up stories, so Cryptic. It said that somewhere between the 21st century and now, the Klingons have been the Klingon Defense Force have been enlisting people from conquered worlds, which included the Gorn. Also, other playable races like the Orions, well, they made it clear that the Orions sought out a alliance of convenience with the Klingon Empire. And of course, the other playable race is Noskins, who are basically mercenaries, so basically they just were paid to serve in the KDF. Also, there's the Klingon version of the Capio, the Ferocins, which we never really got a direct answer on why they're in the KDF. I hope that one day they will actually like polish it out, because we all love cats. Okay. SB. Captain, our Gorn ship approaching the Valor's position. Okay, here we come to save the day. Broadside. Let's just fire a go for fun. Okay, we'll deliver this weapon more.
We're in your debt. This is enough dilithium to get our warp engines restarted. After we finish preliminary repairs, we'll set course for Starbase 157.
Okay, continue.
If you want to go into the Paulson Nebula, your engines will need a boost. I recommend you visit Lackey 3. The Gorn drove out the Federation miners there and took over a decalithium processing facility. It's only fair that you take some of our crystals back.
Thanks for the advice. Now they're ringside. Captain, we'll set course for Lackey 3 at your command. Okay. Well, let's work to Lackey 3. Captain, the dialect, how you pronounce it, present facility is ahead. The Gorn have a new structure in debris field, sir. We're also picking up several fighters and frigates. Okay, like Dilithium. Well, basically it's a variant of dilithium. Like, it's actually interesting. Like, it was actually used to create red matter in the 2009 reboot. It's movie, so so pretty much it's a nice reference to it as well. Anyhow, like situation analysis. They know they're in Federation territory and they are trying to protect their Aragon gain. I advise we approach with caution. Okay, then retrieve the dilithium from the Procene facility. Okay. Okay, look, I see like one frigate type ship, which usually comes in like groups. Radios away. oxygen field preventing the transport lock. It must be coming from a nearby facility. Okay. Lieutenant, we can't get a lock on the Delclithium. Something is jamming our ability to lock and beam it up. Probably a nearby jamming station. Detecting some suspicious tachyon emissions and signs of Klingon technology. This is more than simple Gorn mining operation. We need to destroy the jamming station to get the Delclithium, and we may not be able to beam the Delclithium up, but if we stop, it won't stop us from beaming spectral charges now. Okay, prepare spectral charges. Signal a warning as we beam them to the station. Charges are prepared and we can beam them as soon as we're at transfer range. A general warning rocket will signal just before we start transporting. Okay, so... yeah, from one kind of Delclithium is very powerful stuff. Like, if you're lucky enough to get a red matter capacitor, it's basically a reusable battery they can use to boost all power levels on your ship. Well, let's beam this before that ship got into Gorn escape vessels are fleeing the facility, sir. Should we engage that or... yeah, pretty much the battles are probably the best thing you want to see here, so let's engage that ship. Frigate. And 2.
Ship is target shields have failed.
Like Gorn within the Klingon Empire, like the reason why they add more races to like the playable races for K faction, because they want also more varieties in ships. Like let me bring up the store for example. Like look at ships. Like you can get, see, like this is a Gorn ship you can add right there. Like you can also get like, and also you can get a ship like this, the Noxian Scourge Destroyer. I guess it's pretty good because like if you want more varieties of ships, then you can only do so much with different varieties of birds of prey or D7s. Like there's so much you can only do with it. Like, or well, I guess alternatively, you could actually create new varieties of Klingon ships. Though I think like the still developers say that they really like designing like alien ships. and especially with any new ones, because they can go more wild with design. Like, of course, speaking of like different alien ships, they also do this Federation. Like, you can get Andorian ships. And look, a Cation ship. Yeah, that looks pretty. Yeah, that actually looks pretty nice. Interesting that for a race that only had like a few appearances in past series, that they made a ship dedicated to them. And of course, they even have like. Well, let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, the Falcon ship that was also featured a few times in Enterprise. Yeah, like, I guess there's really so much you can do with a saucer, hull, and 2 nacelles. Like, there's only so much you can do with it, so. Though there may be like some fan Puritans that may not like the whole variety, but when you think about like with the Federation, it's supposed to be like an alliance of many races, so you can probably imagine like with new ship design there should be like some elements inspired by these other races. Now let's beam up the crystals. The Delcalifian crystals are doing the trick, sir. Engine efficiency has increased by 4.7%, and we should be able to boost the impulse drive enough to deal with the effects of nebula. Coordinates from the Valor have locked in, sir, and we are ready to warp out on your orders. Okay, so warp to the Repulsa Nebula. Okay, Lackey system, so... Captain, scanning shows an amount of metallic density in the region is much higher than would be expected for the nebula of this class. There's definitely something big here, and it might be hidden in another high-density object. We should scan the high-density object in Infinity. Just give me a little gasp, sorry. But I guess scan all suspicious objects. Yeah. Ruined mind. Okay. If Klingons have listening posts here, that means the Klingons should possibly be cloaked. This mine is laid out and abandoned. I guess go in. Huh. Let's see. Oh, Klingon birds of prey. I guess today is a good day. I'll proceed. This area of space was not well known, no longer operational. Okay, that looks way too advanced to be Enterprise era. Maybe they should like maybe do a revamp of this mission and maybe update it to make it look. Well, come to think of, maybe I saw a space station Does it look similar to an Enterprise? Like maybe we should launch it.
Ship is under attack.
Well, basically, Katinga is just some more modern version of GTA. Okay, maybe you'll mind. Sir, we found something. This asteroid is surrounded by a gravtic mine of Klingon manufacturers. But more, it appears to be some kind of structure on the surface, detecting several cruising lifetimes with them. Are we picking up any transmission from the Klingon outpost? Judging by the high frequency transmission, I wagered that the structure is some sort of listening station. I recommend we carefully punch a hole in that minefield and send an away team with service. Okay, so infiltrate the minefield and beam down to the Klingon post. Well, I got ahead of myself there, so yeah. Oh. A mine is a terrible thing to waste. Okay, now beam us down. Klingons, we are going to have to fight our way to the core. Okay, well maybe for that I'll just scan this Thoron particle. Yeah, these AIs are basically like MMO, like basic MMO mob AIs. Like they can't see you if you stand far enough away, but yeah. So it cannot be too large. We need to reach our data center. Oh, interesting. Like if you some weapons, if you have a kill shot with your second attack firing fit mode, you can disintegrate your enemies. We made easy work of them. Relay information to our fleet at once. So, transmit data from computer core. We can upload the records of our computer for an analysis, but it will take some time. We'll need more to defend the core until download is complete. Okay, defend the computer core.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Yep, firing a grenade at point blank range. Always wise. Okay, I'm kind of expecting more enemies here. Oh, there they are.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Correct, please. Hacking the way through the nebula. Download the data. I recommend that we get to Starfleet Intelligence as soon as possible. Okay, COD to Lynx. The away team is ready to beam up. Lynx has picked up several Klingon ships and bound. If we leave, now we'll be gone before they arrive. Okay, so let's beam out and warp out. Nice screenshot. Alright. Hail Starfleet.
Well done. Starfleet will analyze the data from the listening post. With luck, there will be something there that will help us in our fight against the Klingons.
Okay, so continue.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
I can train bridge officers in new skills. I think I already talked to you about that in the previous video. Like. So.
We have decrypted some of the information you found at the
Let's put this aside for a second then. Well, I guess new skill point then. So I'll go improve my weapons training some more. Huh, I guess I didn't spend one, so. About to retrain. Oh no, not that one. Purchase. Okay. Well, basically, by getting my energy damage does a little bit more. See, like you can also put points in like projectile weapons training, but most people just do a pure energy build, especially on ships like cruisers, so... Well... Okay, I guess, like... I guess I'll call it a night for now, then... Oh, because, like... This is definitely like shorter than the last video, and I'm doing it because the last one still took a pretty long time to upload, so I guess have a good night.